Today, I will share with you how to grow and care for orchids that are in the flowering stage but show signs of weakness, with shriveled, wrinkled leaves and slow growth. This is a fairly common condition when the plant has to devote all its nutrients to feeding the flowers, causing the leaves and roots to lack nutrients and the plant to lose strength. You can see clearly the flowers are still fresh, but the leaves begin to wrinkle. The stem is dry and weak, and some petals have even slightly wilted or faded. However, we absolutely should not be discouraged or abandon the plant, because, with proper care, the plant can still recover healthily and flower again. Now, we will check the growing medium and root system. For plants grown in industrial growing medium or used for a long time, the growing medium is often compacted, poorly ventilated, and even turns green due to moss and unsuitable humidity. This causes the roots to suffocate and weaken. When this happens, we don't need to remove the entire growing medium. Just remove the old outer layer, remove the damaged or rotten roots, keep the healthy roots, and then add a new, more airy growing medium. Then, we will proceed with the treatment and recovery steps, helping the plant regain strength, regenerate chlorophyll, and develop a new, healthy root system. First, use scissors, then cut off the damaged, dry, or rotten roots. Next, we will prune the wilted flower stalks. If these stalks are kept, the plant will have to consume a lot of nutrients to nourish them, causing the leaves and roots to gradually weaken. I only keep about 3 nodes from the bottom up, because at these nodes the dormant buds can still sprout new buds. As for the upper part, where the flowers have bloomed and the buds have dried, we should cut them off completely, to help the plant focus on recovering and developing new roots. As you can see, the dried, shriveled flower stalks are no longer useful, so we cut them all off neatly, avoiding the plant having to nourish the useless flowers. After trimming the roots and flower stalks, the plant will no longer have to consume energy, thereby recovering faster and rooting, sprouting healthy buds again. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you along on this journey. This is the first step after the flowers have faded, especially important for orchids grown in industrial substrates, because after flowering, the substrate is often dry and hard, suffocating, causing the roots to lose water, leading to the plant shrinking. Next, I will take a clean pot or bowl, then add about 2 liters of clean water. If there are many plants, we can add another 2 liters of water to ensure enough solution for the root soaking process. Next, I will gently place the entire orchid plant in the bowl of water, making sure the roots and base of the plant are completely submerged. The purpose of this soaking step is to awaken the cells and capillaries in the stem and roots of the orchid, helping them to reactivate and absorb nutrients better during the recovery period. We will soak the plant for about 30 minutes, then remove it to drain. This soaking step is simple, but very important to reactivate the natural vitality of the orchid before proceeding with the next care steps. After about 30 minutes of soaking, we will gently remove the orchid from the water bowl. At this point, the capillaries and cells of the plant have been awakened, starting to work again after a period of rest or weakening. We proceed to gently wash the entire orchid from leaves, stems to roots, helping to remove dirt and fungi on the surface. Thus, after this step, the orchid has been completely awakened, ready for the next steps of care and recovery. Next, pour a liter of water into the cup. Note, the water should be at a slightly warm temperature. helping the nutrients to be prepared to dissolve better during the solution mixing process. Next, we will prepare the important ingredient, honey. Honey not only has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, but also stimulates the growth of roots and young cells thanks to its rich, natural sugar and mineral content. We will use a teaspoon of pure honey, added to a liter of warm water prepared in advance. Then, stir well until the honey is completely dissolved. Next, we will prepare a clean plastic jug, then pour all the honey water that has just been mixed into that jug. What country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment to let me know. It's great that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. Then, put all the orchid leaves into a clean jar, completely submerging them in the honey solution. The purpose of this step is to let the honey exert its antibacterial and antifungal properties while stimulating the leaf cell recovery process, helping the orchid leaves to quickly become fresh again, the plant to absorb nutrients better and grow healthily. We will soak for about 25 minutes before moving on to the next step. In the next step, we will prepare a clean jar. Then pour in about 500 milliliters of warm water. Note that warm water will help the active ingredients dissolve faster and have the best effect. The next ingredient we use is ginger tea in the form of essence granules. We will take about 3 grams of ginger tea granules, put them in the jar of warm water just prepared, and stir well until completely dissolved. This type is concentrated from pure ginger essence, has antibacterial, antifungal, insect repellent effects, and stimulates orchids to root, sprout, and flower faster, helping the plant recover healthily. Then let it sit for about 30 minutes for the solution to penetrate and dissolve completely. At this time, we can use it to care for orchids. After about 25 minutes of soaking, we will gently remove the orchid. At this stage, the orchid leaves have absorbed the nutrients from the honey, helping to fight bacteria, fight fungi, and quickly restore damaged cell tissues. The honey solution will penetrate into the cell grooves on the leaves, helping the leaves to be shiny, fresh again, and maintain freshness for a long time. The previously wilted leaf areas will gradually turn to a brighter, more lush green color. We will place the orchid in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, to let the leaves dry naturally. When the leaves are completely dry, we can continue to the next care step. After about 30 minutes, our ginger tea has been completely dissolved in warm water. The antibacterial and root-stimulating essences in the ginger have also permeated out. At this time, we will filter out the residue, keeping the clear water containing concentrated ginger essence. We take the honey water that was prepared in advance, then mix the two solutions, honey and ginger tea, together. This combination helps increase the antibacterial and antifungal properties and strongly stimulates the growth of orchid roots, while helping the plant absorb nutrients faster, restoring vitality after a period of weakness. Next, we prepare a clean cup, then pour the ginger tea and honey nutrient solution into it. Then we will proceed to clean the orchid leaves. Do you grow any orchids? Comment below, so I can build an in-depth care guide video, specifically tailored to the characteristics and needs of that orchid. We use a soft cotton pad, Gently soak it in this nutrient solution. Then wipe the entire surface of the orchid leaves, both the top and bottom. This helps remove dirt, mold, and living insects, while also helping the stomata open so that the plant can absorb nutrients optimally. The essence of honey and ginger tea will penetrate deep into the cell capillaries, stimulate metabolism, help the roots and leaves of the orchid recover quickly and become green again. Thus, after wiping, the orchid leaves will be clean, shiny, and healthy, creating a foundation for the plant to grow strongly and root flower better. Next, we will soak the entire root system and the growing medium of the orchid in a cup containing the nutrient solution. Make sure the entire root system is completely submerged in water so that the solution can penetrate deeply through the root capillaries. The purpose of this step is to activate the process of absorbing nutrients directly from the roots to the leaves, helping the plant cells recover quickly and grow healthier. After 20 minutes of soaking, we will gently remove the orchid. At this point, you will see that the entire root and base of the orchid have fully absorbed nutrients. The root tips begin to turn bright green, a clear sign that the roots have opened and are looking for nutrients. The leaves also become brighter and healthier, proving that the plant is recovering and absorbing well. Next, we will proceed to plant the orchid in the pot. In this step, we should use a plastic pot with drainage holes and good ventilation at the bottom, helping the oxygen flow easily. The orchid roots will not be waterlogged but will grow healthily. The growing medium used is pine bark that has been treated to be free of fungi and bacteria, combined with a little moss to retain moisture, all of which have been thoroughly sterilized before planting. First, we put a layer of pine bark at the bottom of the pot to help the water drain faster and create ventilation for the roots. Then, gently place the orchid in the middle of the pot. Then add more pine bark around the base until the growing medium is fully covered. By doing so, the orchid will have an airy environment, close to natural conditions, helping the roots to spread easily and the plant to grow stably and durably. After planting the orchid in the pot, we will gently tap around the pot so that the pine bark is arranged tightly at the bottom, filling the gaps and helping the plant stand firmly, not shaking. Thus, we have completed planting a new orchid pot. The plant stands firmly, straight and beautiful. Next, we will cover the surface with a thin layer of moss to keep the roots moist and maintain the pot cool. This is a very important step to help the orchid stabilize after planting. For the next part, we will use the remaining ginger and honey fertilizer water to water directly on the growing medium and orchid roots. This helps maintain the natural humidity in the pot, while providing additional nutrients for the roots, helping the plant grow healthy and quickly take root. During normal care days, we only need to water with clean water and spray a light mist to keep the plant moist. When the growing medium is dry, we spray additional mist to keep the environment around the roots cool and moist. Regarding the nutrient fertilization regime, we should water regularly every 2 weeks, that is, twice a month with GE ginger and honey fertilizer water. During the plant care period, we should place the orchid pot in a well-ventilated place with natural light, helping the plant photosynthesize well and grow healthy and green. After about 28 days of care, our orchid has clearly recovered. The previously wrinkled and wilted leaves have returned to a fresh green color. The wrinkles have greatly reduced. When we put all our heart and love into caring for the plant, the orchid will respond with strong vitality, green leaves covering the entire pot, healthy roots, and preparing for brilliant flowering seasons. If you observe carefully, you will see that the young leaves above are growing strongly. The green color gradually becomes darker and stronger, while the base leaves are also recovering every day. The plant looks fresh, shiny, and healthy overall, showing strong vitality. When checking the roots, we see ivory white young roots, lush green root tips, growing densely around the edge of the pot and deep into the substrate. This is a sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients very well and recovering quickly. At this stage, the orchid has stabilized its roots and leaves and is starting to enter a strong growth phase. If we continue to maintain a reasonable fertilization regime, the plant will adapt well to the natural environment outside, no longer needing to depend on the greenhouse. When cared for with patience, love, and the right techniques, the orchid will revive strongly, with strong white roots, shiny green leaves, and soon produce clusters of bright, durable, and vibrant flowers. After 2 months of persistent and technical care, our orchid has completely recovered and grown strongly. The entire leaf system has turned dark green, thick and sturdy, clearly showing the healthy vitality of the plant. When you observe closely, you will see shiny, succulent leaves, which is a sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients very well. The root system has also developed extremely impressively bright white young roots, lush green root tips, growing densely around the mouth of the pot. Many roots are firmly attached to the substrate, helping the plant stand firmly and absorb maximum moisture and nutrients. For the wilted or diseased base leaves, we should gently cut them off to avoid spreading, while focusing nutrients on the healthy tips and leaves. The orchid has now not only revived but also entered a stable growth phase, with strong roots, green leaves, blooming flowers all year round. All thanks to the patience, love, and proper orchid care techniques that we give to the plant. If we continue to maintain a light organic fertilizer regime, clean, airy pine bark substrate, and place the plant in a place with gentle natural light, the orchid will grow sustainably, blooming regularly all year round. I hope this video will help you take better care of your orchids at home. If you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming simple and natural orchid care tips.